Regardless of how you play G&B, what weapons you prefer to use, or however you feel about certain maps or mechanics, I think we can all agree on one thing. Dying sucks. Whether it be your fault, your teammate's fault, or just plain bad luck, dying in G&B feels bad? Oh, incredible, gold star. Oh, your teammate has an itchy trigger finger and absolutely has to shoot that barrel despite you being mere inches away from it? Tough luck, buddy. Try again in 10 minutes. But what if things have played out differently? What if you were able to tank heavy amounts of damage and just walk it off? What if you had armor? This video is about the Cuirass. Hey, it's been a while, hasn't it? Sorry, I've been up to other things. But don't worry, I'm back. And finally tackling this thing, the Cuirass, but with a catch. Now, let's be honest, if I just talked about the Cuirass and only the Cuirass, this video would probably be pretty boring, so I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'll be reviewing a very specific loadout that I've been using for a while, and I call it the Juggernaut. Alright, I'll be covering all the weapon stats separately before talking about this subclass. I'm not really sure, to be honest. The Cuirass is a quote-unquote utility unlock for both the infantry and officer that costs 1,000 francs. I won't be covering the officer in this video, so sorry, I guess. Now, the reason I put quotation marks around utility is because it doesn't actually take up your utility slot, making the Cuirass more of an actual class as opposed to something like the Engineer subclass or Sapper, which does take up your utility slot. Please change this. It can only be equipped on Cuirassier regiments, marked with this icon. You cannot use the Cuirass on Copenhagen or Vardahus, as the Danish don't have any Cuirassier regiments. You can use it on Roscoff, though only if you spawn as the French at the last respawn. The Cuirass will slow you down by 10%, remove the musket's bayonet, limit your bullets to 10, unless you're using the air rifle, along with slowing your reload by 25%, decreasing your gun's accuracy by 25%, and make you take 10% more damage from fire, all in exchange for a 33% resistance to incoming damage, so explosions, sappers, etc. Now at face value, that is a shit ton of cons for only one upside, and I agree, it definitely looks pretty bad when you lay the stats out like that, but hey, I may have left out just one little detail. This item blocks Cuirassier charges. S tier, amazing, put it up there, come on, get it up there! Instead of crippling you, charging Cuirassiers will knock you on your ass, dealing around 10 damage while also stunning the Cuirassier. This is very helpful, especially on maps like St. Petersburg, because, well, you know why. And that's about it for the stats, actually. Wow, that didn't take long at all.
Wait, remember, you get extra rounds for your gun after every endless wave, making them way more viable than on objective or holdout.
Wait, what? Oh, right, thank you, friend. Say, what was your name again?
Epstein.
Next up is the Pike. Man, it feels weird just saying that. Pike is a powerful primary melee option for the infantry class that, like the Cuirass, costs 700 francs. It does 50 damage, has a quick swing rate of 0.45 seconds, with an 0.15 second cooldown. A ridiculously long melee range of 13 studs, can charge and brace, has an up and down swing, and a headshot multiplier of 2.3. It's also heavy, so having it equipped makes you 15% slower. Okay, this part is kinda hard to explain, but I'll do my best, okay? The Pike has 3 penetration, but you can actually increase it. Essentially, whenever you get a kill with the Pike, you can gain an extra hit, up to 2. Again, it's hard to explain, but basically, if you thrust the Pike into a crowd of, say, 5 zombies, and it doesn't kill any of them, you'll only hit 3. However, if that swing ends up killing a zombie, you'll hit 4. And if it kills 2 zombies, you'll hit all 5. It's a very unique mechanic, and I personally think it works better than just giving the Pike more penetration. Lastly, using the Pike on a cavalry regiment will instead give you the Lance, which is the exact same as the Pike stat-wise, but it has a really cool flag on the end of it. It only works for specific cavalry regiments, though, so that sucks.
Oh yeah, the Pike also does 23% less damage to sappers, meaning instead of 50 damage, it does 38.5. I don't know why this is in the game, but it's there.
And last but not least, the Tar Bottle is a multi-class utility unlock for infantry, officer, seaman, and sapper that costs 250 francs and has 3 charges. After throwing the Tar Bottle, it will create a large fiery explosion upon hitting a surface. It does 20 damage on impact along with setting zombies on fire. The fire damage is random and can deal between 3.4 to 3.8 damage every 0.5 seconds, or 6.8 to 7.6 damage a second, and lasts until the zombie is dead. Shamblers who are set on fire cannot grab or scratch you. The runners, sappers, and cuirassiers can still attack you. It does not affect igniters. Also, while the tar bottle does do 20 damage and bombers do have 20 health, it still takes them time to explode. This was apparently added so that players have time to get away before they explode, but in practice, I don't know. I don't personally see how this affects much of anything, considering you'll be throwing these from a distance. As for secondaries, choose whatever you want. It really doesn't matter all that much, considering you won't be using them that often. Because of the decreased movement speed while using the Pike and Cuirass, you're probably thinking that I'm going to say this weapon is good for holdout sections, and you'd be right. It is. I mean, what else would you expect me to say?
By the way, the map I'm playing on is Yetland, a cancelled map that will not be added to GMB. You can deny it all you want, but it'll never come out. Sorry.
However, this is also, unironically, a very strong offensive build, and I know what you're thinking.
But 2-4, the Cuirass slowdown is 10% and the Pike slowdown is 15%. That's like a 25% slowdown. I'm a chuddy grubber who uses the rifle. Notice me.
And you'd be wrong! The slowdowns don't actually stack. Rather, when you have the Pike equipped, the Pike's 15% slowdown will simply just override the Cuirass's. So yeah, always use the Pike with the Cuirass as you'll pretty much only benefit from it. But if you really don't want that 5% extra slowdown while moving, you can always switch to your secondary, I guess. Another surprisingly effective use case for the Cuirass is blocking Cuirassiers from charging your teammates, as the Cuirass prevents you from getting impaled. So if you see an oblivious teammate that's just asking to get death charged by the Cuirassier heading towards them at 50 miles an hour, jump in front of them to take the damage. Trust me, your teammates will thank you for it, though not always directly. One pretty niche downside that comes with equipping the Cuirass is that if you die while infected, your corpse will become a Cuirassier. This has maybe happened like twice during my time using this loadout, but it can happen, and if your team isn't prepared for it, the Cuirassier can wreak some serious havoc. This loadout also synchronizes very well with both officer abilities. The charges, well, the charge, run forward, kill everything you touch, happy. However, as you can probably guess, this loadout synergizes perfectly with the hold fast ability. Not only do you instantly kill anything that touches the Pike, just like the charge, but it also lasts longer and, like the Pike, is best used defensively. And while this isn't a huge concern, the Cuirass also stops rogue Cuirassiers from one-shotting you if you weren't looking or just have bad ping. This is pretty niche, as the Pike's range is usually enough to take care of them, but it can happen, and is an upside nonetheless. But okay, what exactly is the best strategy with this loadout? Don't worry, I got you covered. Step 1. Go in and swing wildly at everything you see. Step 2. Melee any bomber you come across. Step 3. Fall back to your team's surgeon once you've taken enough damage. Step 4. Repeat. This strategy is really effective, and the amount of kills you can rack up while doing this is seriously insane.
Whoa, hang on. Why would you want to melee bombers? Isn't that like the first thing you're told not to do in GNB?
Well, yes, you're correct, little man. A+. Except instead of a saber that has the reach of, I don't know, a saber.
Ooh.
The Pike has the reach of a pike.
That's quite big.
Meaning you'll be much further away from the explosion when it goes off. So never mind, F-, see me after class. That combined with the fact that you have a 33% resistance to bomber explosions means you'll only end up taking around 10 to 20 damage per bomber if you're timing your swings right. Or 0 damage if you're good at hitting the arms. Or you can just use the tar bottle. Kinda forgot this thing was in the loadout, to be honest. Which was foolish of me, because the tar bottle is actually an incredibly good unlock. Now I know what you're thinking. Why not just use the grenades and kill everything instantly instead of watching them die for like 10 seconds? And don't worry, I had the exact same thought process as you before I came to truly understand the power of this tiny glass bottle. Unlike the grenades, this weapon explodes on impact, meaning the damage is applied immediately. This is useful because it allows you to quickly take out bombers without having to wait for the 5-second fuse to finish. Another thing is that zombies can't grab or scratch you while on fire, making it useful for escaping hordes of zombies if you're backed into a corner. It's also good for awakening zombies before going into attack, obviously. You also get 2 of these after every endless round instead of 1 like with the grenades, which is admittedly kind of random, but hey, I'm not complaining. Overall, the tar bottle is an incredibly useful utility unlock that works well with this loadout. Okay, back to the other 2 for. Or 0 damage if you're good at hitting the arms. This makes the Pike a surprisingly good bomber popper, sometimes even out-popping firearms like the carbine and air rifle. Just remember, you're not invincible, and because of your decreased movement speed, you'll actually be getting hit more often. Good thing surgeons exist, am I right? So yes, meleeing bombers with this loadout is unironically a good strategy. You learn something new every day. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go practice my bomber popping skills. Damn it. Come on, man, stupid fuck-ass game.
Hey, me! Over here!
What is it? I'm concentrating!
I don't really understand this tutorial you gave me, if that's even what this thing's supposed to be.
Ah, visual learner. Don't worry, little buddy. I've been there. Trust me. Well, guess it's time to pad out this video with some gameplay.
Hey, Before this section starts, I just want to say this was my third time trying to record this, and my microphone sounds pretty bad, but I didn't want to record it again because it had already been like 3 days, and this was like my last chance to record it for the week. So cut me some slack, please, 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 please. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Get that ugly, disabled freak away from me. I don't want to look at his fucked up face.
Hello, I'm playing some G&B. Crazy, I know, right? I'm gonna be playing some Juggernaut loadout I came up with because I think it's really good. Capiche? You understand? Okay, that was mean, but hello. How's it going? My microphone is really quiet for some reason. Whatever. We roll. Only a few people are alive. I wonder if they're gonna be able to do this because, you know, public lobbies have historically not been very good. They actually might do this. Wow. I'm gonna play as the Swedes. Swedish Cuirassiers. I don't see enough people using them on Leipzig. I think they look really nice. There you go, come on. Nice. Help me! Help me! One of you help me! Oh, that's not good. Thank you. Thank you for your patronage. Alright. It's evil time. Let's kill everything. One. Yeah, this thing is, despite it doing less damage, sappers, I don't know, man, it still does a lot of damage. Hey, look, I'm just single-handedly holding this entire point down. Never mind. Wait. I survived! Oh my god, that's crazy. That's actually so crazy. Wait a minute. Holy shit. I lived that. Look, the Cuirass is goated. It's genuinely so goated. Ooh, that. Let's go. Go, go, go. I still can't believe I survived that. Oh my god, I'm the chosen one. Fezezen chose me to lead the revolution. What the f— and we won. Easy peasy. No, not Copenhagen. I can't showcase okay. Well, gonna have to find a new server. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? We'll do it. Leipzig again. Let's go. Let's run it. I'll do Prussian Cav. There you go. Look, I can melee its arm. And I'm good. Alright. Okay. You almost would have killed me too. Well, actually, I'm wearing the armor, so it wouldn't have, but I would have gotten mad. Alright, time to camp a grave. I'm sorry for not adding any, like, insightful commentary here. This is kind of just what you do in Leipzig. So, like, I don't know. What do you want me to do? Fucking reach Spontoon plus Lance Gaming. Spontoon plus Lance Gaming. I'm so glad to see that people like the Spontoon, you know? I thought people would have hated it when it came out, but no, people actually like it. Look, those guys, they don't know how to do it. Charge, my soldiers! Mopping them up, bro. Mopping them up, all of them. Ooh. 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 That went well. Okay, I'm fine with Berezina, but not right now. Okay, he's just completely oblivious, I guess. Long Live China 1948 is in my game. That's interesting. Boom. I live. I'm going to be a bit behind. That's all right. Thank you. All right, there's a bomb in there. So you guys, okay. Third barrel kill? Oh. Owned? Obliterated? Wow. Wow. Hey, gang, let's go. I'm going to snipe that. Excuse me? I just jumped over that guy's head. Let's go, people. Only got one tar bottle left, so I gotta make it count. Alright, I made it count. Goated? Oh, damn. Good combo there. That was good teamwork. That was not so good teamwork. You did it, bro. Nice. There we go. Ooh. There you go. Do we have a surgeon? Oh, we do. Heal me. You're injured, plug. Oh, another surgeon. I was about to crash out. Thank you. Why are you doing that, bro? That is a bad idea. I'm gonna stab it, first of all. That's what's gonna go down. Look, sorry, man. Look, I knew it would hurt you. I have to get good footage. But I gotta kill every bomb I see. That's the Juggernaut way. I'm burning. Not good. Oh, this is about to be perfect. Nothing can pass through. Literally nothing. I need a medic. I need one bad. May I please have... Okay, wow. Oh! Yeah, he's already dying up there. There he goes. He just tripped. Alright, GG. Nice. So there we go, I guess. Those were technically the 3 games I've been playing for a while now. Kinda don't want to keep doing it because it's 7 a.m. in the morning. And they're picking Leipzig again. But yeah, is it a good strategy? Yeah. In conclusion, this strategy is... fun and balanced. Wow, amazing. Gold star. Yeah. The amount of sheer destruction you can cause by just walking forward and pressing mouse 1 is kind of insane. But surprisingly, this loadout also excels in bomber popping, which is still just really funny to me. Especially in areas like the ending of Roscoff or San Sebastian, you can use the Pike's long range to completely shut down bombers. Though this strategy is held back by your slower movement speed, making progressing and retreating more difficult. And again, you aren't invincible. So be careful. And that's about it. This loadout is very fun and I'd recommend it. It's kind of refreshing to play a melee only build after reviewing so many guns. I'll give this loadout a Juggernaut out of subclass. So go ahead, try it out for an hour or 2 and come back to comment your experience. I'd love to know if you guys find this strategy as fun as I do. With that said, like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you'd be so kind, and join my Discord too. Hey, come to think of it, I really don't do much in my Discord. I don't know, argue. You guys seem to like doing that. Alright, this is me, signing out. Goodbye.
Get that